Hey guys, this is NPC Naut with Naut Gaming, and today we're going to go over beginner's mulligans. So, one of the things you guys really want to be doing is taking a look at how to play your cards out and when you can play them out. So, the first hand we're going to be looking at today is going to be a great keep. This is going to allow us to play everything we have on curve on the turn it was meant to be played. We have a 2-drop for 2, we have a 3-drop for 3, and we have a 4-drop for turn 4. This is going to mean that we get a lot of power and toughness onto the board, and if our opponent at any point misses playing a creature during his turn, we're going to be very far ahead on the board. So, not every hand looks this good though, guys. So, let's take a look at what happens when that doesn't work out so well. Sometimes you have cards that start off in your hand that are very high cost. High cost cards are bad to keep because you're not going to be able to play them out very efficiently, and it's going to mean that you're going to be missing cards to play out on the turns they're meant to be played out. So, for instance, if we have a 2-drop, a 4-drop, and a 5-drop, we're going to be cutting away that 5-drop and potentially the 4-drop as well. These cards aren't going to be as helpful as if we have a 3-drop on time. We really want to be able to play a 2-drop, a 3-drop into a 4-drop because it's the most powerful line of plays you guys can make at a turn. So don't keep cards just because you like them because they're good. Don't keep cards that cost too high. We really want to be looking for cards that we can play out on the turn that they're meant to be played. Another thing you guys don't want to be doing is keeping cards that have the same mana costs, right? You can't play out an Oogway and a Gladiator on turn 4. You can only play one of them, which means that you have to make a decision, guys. Mulligan one of these cards away, and that way, if we get a 3-drop, it's great. We can now go 2-drop into 3-drop into 4-drop, or let's say, worst comes to worst, we even get like a 5 or 6-drop, right? We're not going to play those cards on that turn 5 or 6. It doesn't hurt us in any way because we couldn't have played the Oogway on turn 4 anyway. And now if we, for instance, were to pick up a 5-drop, we have a much powerfuler card because 5-drops should be more powerful than your 4-drops. So if you have redundant mana cost cards, guys, mulligan at least one of them away so you have a better chance at staying on curve and staying on power level. So let's look at some other ways we can smooth out our draws, right? Let's say we have a hand like this. We have a Nemean Lion, an Oogway, and a Gladiator. This is a great hand if we are, for instance, on the draw. What that means is that we're going second. In this hand, we have a mana potion. We marked it there on the bottom, and what that does do is that it adds 1 mana to your mana pool during your turn. Now, this will make it so that we can turn our Oogway, for instance, into a 3-drop, so that we still have the 2-drop, 3-drop into a 4-drop. Like I said, guys, playing on curve is super important in this game. You always want to have the most amount of power and toughness on the board that you can get, because it means that you're able to snowball your opponent and make it so they can't play the creatures they want to play when they want to play them. Another thing you guys can do to smooth out your curve is if you're playing something like Odin, his hero power makes a 1/1 guy, so this directly affects the board. We always want to be playing spells on our turn that directly affect the board, especially in the early game because that's when they're the most powerful. So, playing out our Cursed Warrior, for instance, using our hero power on turn 2, means that we can maintain the curve with this hand. We can go 2-drop into 3-drop into 4-drop into 5-drop. You know, this is going to be a very powerful start. So, this is just a couple things to keep in mind, guys. When you're mulliganing, you're really looking for cards to keep yourself on curve. You know, if you have a handful of 6-drops, get rid of all of them. You don't want any of those cards in your opener. We're really trying to get to that point where we can play our 2-drop into our 3-drop onto our 4-drop. It's going to give you the most power and toughness, and it's the most efficient to play creatures on the turns they're meant to be played. So, you know, you want to be playing a card that costs 3 mana on turn 3 because when you're going to get the most value out of it. Alright, guys, this is NPC Naut with Naut Gaming, and thank you for watching.